It's your girl Lauren back with another YouTube video for you guys. So as you can see by the title, it's gonna be a story time. I just felt like this was a perfect time to do this story time because for one, my 21st birthday is right around the corner. Your girl about to be 21. 21, can you do something for me? Like, I'm gonna do a story time on my 20th birthday. That was a freaking disaster. Like, honestly, I had some good moments, but like overall, the negativity could have stayed at home. But yeah, we're here now and we're just gonna talk about it because now that every time I think about it, like, it's so funny to me. Like, it's so funny. So I just want y'all to sit back, relax. I'm actually gonna be eating too. You know, I got me some food here. I made me a little mini taco salad or whatever. I got some Doritos over here and some regular tortilla chips. And I also got me a little glass of wine, some red Moscato. That stuff is good. Yeah, I'm gonna just tell y'all the story, you know. Y'all sit back, relax, grab y'all a drink, grab y'all some green, maybe some lean. leave the lean alone. Like, leave the lean alone. But anyways, you know what I mean. Just sit back and relax and enjoy this story time. I took some notes on my other phone so I won't miss a damn thing, because I ain't gonna miss a damn thing. Like, I'm not gonna miss nothing. First, we're gonna introduce the characters in this story. All right. So when I was planning for my trip, it was my friend, we gonna call her, I made names. We gonna call her Leader. We're gonna call her Leader, and her cousin Follower, and her cousin boyfriend Timmy, and then, you know, my friend Angel. 5 of us all together. And, you know, we made this group chat planning on going to Houston. We had the Airbnb, everything. So before we even get out to Houston, there was already red flags. Me being kind, I didn't really notice that because me, I don't know, like, no, I was just stupid. But there was red flags before we even went on this trip. So we had a group chat. Now, first, we was discussing, you know, the green stuff, because, you know, everybody did that or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna do too much on YouTube. But yeah, we was discussing that. And my friend Angel, you know, she was the connect. She had that stuff. So we was getting it from her because Angel was gonna be driving to Houston and meet us there. And the rest of us, we were gonna be taking a flight. So yeah, and my friend Angel was, you know, basically telling everybody it's gonna be this. Once we got through all that, like, everybody was cool with the price and everything, blah, blah, blah. Then it got to us discussing what kind of wraps we getting. Now, me, if I'm smoking, like, I don't care what we smoking. Like, I know people that are, like, specific on what they smoking. You know, I understand if you with a group of people, you smoking Rellos, and, oh, like, I don't smoke Rellos, like, I like papers. You know, there's a difference, because, you know, papers are kind of more healthier than smoking Rellos. But basically everybody in the group was Rello smokers, so it was like, okay. But Angel wasn't gonna bring, you know, like, different types of stuff for everybody. She was just gonna bring one pack of just something. So I think it was a Dutch. It was like a Dutch silver she was gonna bring. She was just gonna bring, like, the big, like, 25 pack box of, like, Dutch silver. So leader, like, felt some type of way about that, because she's like, if it's not Dutch Berry Fusion, I ain't smoking it. I'm like, in my head, first of all, like, Dutches ain't even all that, in my opinion. Hey, but if you rock with them, that's hard, y'all. Like, I ain't bashing nobody that smoke them, you know? Like, I ain't doing none of that. But, like, for some reason, like, she was just big, oh, Dutch Berry Fusion, if it ain't that, I ain't smoking it. So I'm like, okay. Then she leaves the group chat. Strike one. She leaves the group chat. Then she messages me privately and like, yo, like, why, like, Angel acting like that? Like, why is she acting funny? Blah, blah, blah. Like, that's weird. Like, Angel on some crazy stuff. I'm like, my head, I'm like, it's just Rellos. Why are we, you know, it's just Rellos. You know, like, we all gonna smoke at the end of the day. Like, it's okay. So she gets back in the group chat or whatever. Boom. So we about to book our flights, right? So we about to book our flights. We planned a day, you know, like where everybody got paid and, you know, we was all just gonna book our flights or whatever. So mind you, we already planning this trip. Leader goes to say, oh, well, I ain't got no money for a flight, so I guess I'm not going. Everybody's like, what? Like, why ain't you say nothing? Even followers like, huh? Like, you good? You good, Leader? Like, you good? And I'm like, wow. But me being nice, I said that I would pay for her plane ticket. Boom. So me, I paid for her plane ticket. I told her, you know, like, just pay me back whenever you got it. Like, you know, like, because I want all of us to have a good time. Like, you know, she was really my friend, though. Like, I really fucked with her. I basically known her since elementary school. But we didn't really get close to, like, senior year of high school type. But, yeah. So, I paid for her plane ticket. Me and her plane ticket together was a good $500-something. Yeah. My mistake. That was my mistake. Talked to Angel on the phone like every other night. And Angel was telling me like, yo, like, you really shouldn't have done that. Like, she's been acting weird, blah, blah, blah. Like, but I wasn't listening. I'm like, you know how Leader is. Like, she's just like this. She always got an attitude, but she'll be all right. But the crazy thing is, like, we all went on a trip before, like, I think it was the summer after we graduated high school. We went to Myrtle Beach. And Leader was causing problems on that trip, too. But it was nothing towards me, though. It was nothing towards me. It was towards another friend of ours that we gonna get into that later because she's also involved in the trip, too. But it was another friend of ours. Like, she had a problem with or whatever. And, like, we was separated. Like, it was just weird as fuck. Like, weird vibes. Me being young is like, oh, that's just how she is, blah, blah, blah. That's just how she is. Like, somebody should have slapped the fuck out of me. Somebody should have slapped me then and there. But anyways, fast forward, enough of that. Like, she was just leaving the group chat and all that stuff, doing weird stuff before the trip. Get to Houston, right? You know, we get to Houston. First, we had to drive like 2 hours to the airport to get on that flight. Then we had to take another flight to Charlotte. And then from Charlotte to Houston, whatever. So I drove our car the 2 hours so we could make it to the flight, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So boom, we made it to Houston. You know, Angel pick us up from the airport. Be like, hey, you know, gang, like, we in the H, like, we in Houston. So we get to our Airbnb, like, this shit nice as fuck. Like, it's so nice. Like, it's so nice. Like, really did that. And Leader is actually the one that, I think it was either Leader or Follower. One of them was the one that actually picked it out. Follower's boyfriend, Timmy, his birthday is the same day as mine. So that's kind of like why we kind of tied the trip together too. And like, we will always have like sessions together all the time. Like, it was just chill. So that's what we was doing. This might be a little choppy, but so we get to the Airbnb or whatever, and it's real nice, like real nice or whatever. Angel is like giving us our, you know, our green. So yeah, so Angel is giving us our green and stuff. I proceed to ask Angel, like, you know, like how much I owe you. She was like, you know, it's your birthday, like, I'm not finna charge you, you know, it's your birthday. And I'm like, cool, like, that's what's up. What's up? So I guess Leader, like, overheard that or something, and, like, she kind of took offense to that, which I don't know why, because it's like, it's not your birthday. I would understand if Timmy took offense to it, because, I mean, it's his birthday too, but at the same time, like, Angel's my friend, like. So me and Angel shared the room together. Leader had her own room, and then, you know, Follower and Timmy had their own room. So we cool and all about. We was gonna plan to do something. I don't think we did anything that night though. I don't remember. If we did, I think it was like bowling or something, but I don't think we did nothing but really like smoke for real. But it was cool. First night was all right. But I kind of peeped that like Timmy and Follower was like arguing. Some parts of the trip, like even Leader would like come to me and Angel and be like, they guys is always arguing, like they always doing that childish stuff. Like, okay, they're a couple, like, okay, cool. The next day, of course, was me and Timmy's birthday. We lit, blah blah blah. Like, we was thinking about what we was gonna do that day, this, that, and the third. We went out to eat. Like, first of all, this what really had me. When we would go out to eat, I was trying to pick like restaurants we ain't never really went to before, you know, like try new things. But Peter, Follower, and Timmy, they both, like, all three of them was like, ain't trying to spend our money somewhere and the food not be good. Like, I totally understand that, but at the same time, like, we in a whole different city. Like, if you're not trying new stuff, then what? Like, you're gonna be eating the same thing. So we didn't want to go somewhere, you know, ain't nobody really was gonna eat nothing. So our asses ate at freaking Longhorn. We ate at freaking Longhorn. Like, they lucky the steak was good for real, cause whatever. But it's our birthday, like, blah blah blah. But that night, our friend Sunshine, she was coming with her boyfriend to meet us at the Airbnb. You know, she wanted to see me for my birthday. That's my girl too. And she live out in Texas. She's in the Army, so she live out in Texas. So Sunshine, her boo, was coming to visit, blah, blah, blah. And also that night, Angel had some shrooms from her sister, you know, because her sister live out there in Houston. So we was doing that night. And when I tell you, like, we really had a good trip. Like, despite all the negativity and the signs that was, like, you know, being peeped, like, we really had a good trip, in my opinion. Like, we was all happy, like, no drama, no nothing. Like, it was good. It was good to me. I felt fine. Everybody was real happy. We was good. And, you know, Sunshine came with her boo and told us, you know, she was pregnant and stuff. So, yeah, we just had a good night. That was our birthday night. So, boom, the next day, it was the 26th. You know, it was the day before we was leaving. So, we was like, we gonna go to the mall and, you know, do whatever. So, my friend Angel, she was like, oh, she needed to get an oil change before she had took her, like, 5-hour drive back home because she needed an oil change really bad. So, he was like, okay, I'm totally missing so much. Like, my other phone is over there. I just don't feel like getting up and getting it. I'm missing some things. But let me rewind back. That morning, we wake up, right? Me and Angel wake up. We get up around 9. We ain't start getting ready till around 9:10. Mind you, for some reason, Leader, Follower, and Timmy, like, they ready to go somewhere, like 9-10 o'clock in the morning. Like, at least let us wake up. Like, they fully dressed and, you know, they rolling up, like, you know, roll up, about to have a session. I'm like, damn, like, what time they wake up? Like, the crack of dawn? We on a trip, like, especially if we was just doing shrooms the other night. You think I'm finna wake up that early? Crazy. Sorry. So I peeped that Leader felt some type of way because me and Angel was like getting ready, like talking about we getting ready slow or something like that. And she was ready to go somewhere. And I'm like, that's kind of weird because what? You're not even driving. It was really crazy. You ain't even help Angel put gas in her car when we discussed that. Like, and Angel wasn't even asking for too much. At the time, you know, gas prices was out the roof. Like, you know, she was just asking for like $25 from somebody, like every time she needs some gas. Like, and that was nothing. Me and Angel still getting ready, and you know, they rolling up, they outside having a session. Been touching this glass of wine. I'm sitting here drinking my water. So they end up having a session. We still getting ready. So by the time we done getting ready, like they done with the session. So me and Angel was like, yo, like we just gonna hit this clip from last night and like, you know, we just gonna go out. We gonna sweat later. Cause later on that night, my brother, who also live in Texas, he was planning on coming to see me before I went back home, you know, tell me happy birthday, stuff like that. Again, we was discussing about what we was gonna eat for breakfast, right? Me, I just wanted to try something new. Like, you know, we in Houston, like, let's go eat somewhere new. Like, come on. Like, no, like, let's get something quick and easy, blah, blah, blah. Like, in my head, I'm already irritated. But me, I'm not gonna say nothing because I like pleasing other people and more than myself. That's how I was at the time. But now it's like, F everybody. Like, it's about me. So I didn't really care. We pulled up the freaking Waffle House. And 5 of us in that little behind booth, like, come on, like, 5 people at a booth, like, come on. We at Waffle House. Even though, like, sitting next to Angel, she not that big. It's like, I still felt crunched because, like, we in Waffle House, like, it's packed. It's packed on a Saturday. Most deaf. It's packed. So, whatever, we eat at Waffle House. Then we go get an oil change because Angel needed an oil change before she left town the next day. And then we was going to the mall. So she get an oil change and we headed to the mall. Here's where it gets crazy. So we pull up in the mall, like, parking garage, right? Out of nowhere, Angel car just starts smoking. Like, it just starts smoking. Like, you can't even see the front. Like, we were like, yo, like, hop out the car. Like, hurry up and park it. So she hurried up and parked the car. Like, luckily, thank God, like, we was in the parking garage when it happened. Like, it was smoking and stuff, not on the side of the road anywhere. So we were like, just park the car. Like, so we sit there for a little minute, like, dang, like, what's really going on? And so I called my brother to see if he could, you know, hurry up and come ASAP to, like, help see what's going on with the car and stuff, because we at the mall. So we was like, okay, well, while we waiting on my brother, because he lived like 2.5 hours away, we was like, all right, so we just gonna wait on my brother. At least we at the mall. We just gonna do what we came here to do, and then we'll come back when my brother gets here. So boom, me and Angel in the mall, we all split up. Of course, Angel is like worried about her car that's, you know, smoking, and she got to drive 5 hours back home the next day, you know, like, how she gonna get back home, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, yeah, girl, I feel you. Like, she wasn't in the mood to do nothing. Like, yeah, I wanted to shop and stuff, but more importantly, I wanted to comfort my friend, you know. She was worrying about her car. So we in this big behind mall, like the Galleria. If y'all know what the Galleria is, it's 3-story mall. Like, it got a whole skating rink in the middle of the mall, and, you know, whatever. So we finally find somewhere to sit down. When we finally find somewhere to sit down, we get a message from Leader. She's like, where y'all at? Like, I need to get my stuff out of the car. And we were like, what? Like, why didn't you get your, like, you ain't grab your stuff? Like, your little purse? Like, you ain't grab that? We in the mall. Angel was like, if we already out there, we might as well just sit in the car. I'm back because my phone was finna die. But yeah, like, so me and Angel was like, you know what? If we gonna go back to the car, we just might as well just sit in the car. Mind you, we're in this big 3-story mall. Of course, it's gonna take a little minute for us to get back to the parking garage or wherever we parked at. Angel, we walking back. Before we can even get out into the parking garage, into like these big glass doors, we heard Leader out there like fussing about something. So we were like, like we looking at each other like, what's going on? So we get up there, she's like, y'all but just want to take y'all time and shit, like blah blah blah. Like we were like, hold up. What are you talking about? Like, chill out. Like, we're in this big behind mall. And she's like, Lauren, she proceeds to say, Lauren, I've been waiting to say this. Like, I've been waiting to say this to you. Like, you've been real fake on this trip. You've been up Angel ass this whole time. Like, I'm like, what? Like, I'm so confused right now. Like, why are you upset? Like, it's like you've been mad this whole time and you just want to tell me like all this secret animosity is crazy. It's crazy because bitch, you wouldn't be out here if it wasn't for me. Like, what? She got all this secret animosity and she's all up in my face. I'm like, girl, like, hit me. Like, hit up in my face. I'm like, hit me. You know, follower is trying to hold her back. But like, leader is kind of big body. So like, Leader is like pushing follower off like it's nothing. Like, you know, he's still in my face. I'm like, girl, hit me. All she doing these little behind pushes. I'm like, hit me. Like, I've been wanting her to hit me, you know, and she didn't do nothing. But eventually, like, she calmed down. They called an Uber and left. Like, they went somewhere. Me and Angel just sitting in the car like, what really just happened there? Like, I'm so confused. Like, she really did that. And the thing that really bothers me is because car, oh my God. I just said her name, but Angel's car is like smoking. Like, there's something wrong with Angel's car. Like, we're stuck in this parking lot. You're mad at me or whatever you're mad at. Like, whatever she was mad about don't make no sense. Like, girl, you've been acting funny since we left our hometown. That's what it seemed like. So yeah, he was just sitting there like, that's really wild because she had secret animosity towards me and all that. The point is, they just up and left. Like, you know, when Angel car is sitting there broke down and, you know, even after the trip, they was like, oh, well, your brother wasn't going to have enough room for all 5 of us. That's not the point. We could have all took an Uber together, but you decided to leave because you felt some type of way towards me. Like, it literally came out of nowhere. Like, you're upset because your stuff locked in somebody's car. Who told you to leave it in the car? Be in the mall. Why didn't you bring your stuff? Like, that's the thing. Yeah, it's the principle. It's really the principle. My brother ain't have to take us nowhere. I didn't have to ride back with my brother. We could all took an Uber together. People just don't think about the principle of things. Like, whatever. We get back to the Airbnb and dang, I keep saying her name. Angel, her car is still at the mall, so she decided she was going to stay at her sister's that night, blah, blah, blah. So her peoples came and picked her up. But before even that, like, we had a smoke section with my brother and his wife. And, you know, like, we was telling her what happened. Like, oh, my God. Yeah, so Angel had to pack up all her stuff. And, you know, well, we all did because we was leaving the next morning. Like, our flight was, like, at 6:30 in the morning. So yeah, so we was just packing up and I was saying my goodbyes because I haven't seen Angel. Like, that was the first time I've seen Angel in like 2 years since we graduated high school. So I was like, dang, like, oh yeah, we said our goodbyes, blah, blah, blah. I was in the house with them by myself, or whatever. Like, I just went to sleep. I was just in the room. Like, I just went to sleep. And the next morning, we had to wake up at 5 something in the morning. So we wake up, my stuff is already packed. Like, all I had to do, wash my face, brush my teeth, put my clothes on, I'm ready to go. You know, they all up ready too. I hear them in the room, whatever, talking. Like, for some reason, Leader is talking so loud. Like, girl, it's like 4 something in the morning, shut up. And me just minding my business, they still ain't decided to talk to nobody. Like, I ain't get no apology because I felt disrespected. Like, you're not finna disrespect me and think I'm finna talk to you. Like, no, girl, especially when I pay for your plane ticket. This is a free trip for you. So yeah, so I decided to call my own Uber. You know, I emailed Leader her little plane ticket, so she ain't even got to talk to me. You know, I was just gonna see her on the plane because I was gonna have to sit next to her anyways. Here's the thing, you know, I'm on the way to the airport, like, you know, check-in and all that stuff is like busy. So that's why they say, you know, go to the airport 2 hours before your flight. Cause I just made it myself. And I'm like, oh yeah, they're not even here. Like, I have a feeling they're gonna miss it. And what they do? They missed the flight. It's just a coincidence. Like, they really missed their flight. And I just feel like that was karma. Followers texting my phone like, we missed the flight, this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, okay. Now he's telling my mom, my dad. I was telling everybody, like my ex. I was telling everybody about what happened. They was like, go home. You ain't got to wait for nobody. Because the thing was, I had drove 2 hours with my car for us to make it to the flight on, you know, one of our flights. Follower gonna text me like, you gonna wait for us? I was like, y'all got to wait back home because I'm going home. I'm going home. Everybody was telling me to go home. I was telling everybody I knew like what was going on. They was like, go home. Don't wait for nobody. Especially after what they did to you and Angel out there. Nah, go home. Even my brother was like, go home. So I'm like, I went home. I went straight home. I got home before like at like 8 o'clock at night. It felt good to be home, you know. Leader had left some stuff in my car, you know, a Dutch pouch and a vape or something, like, and she was like, I'm gonna get my stuff when we get back. I'm like, okay, cool. You can give me my money back too, like, and you know, she wanted to argue. They wanted to argue with me that whole night because I think around the time they wanted to argue with me is when they made it back to Charlotte and they couldn't get a flight from Charlotte to Raleigh. So, you know, they was blowing my phone up, you know, posting on Snapchat about, oh, she ruined her own birthday trip. I didn't ruin nothing. I made it back home safe. I ain't even post on Snapchat about anything. Like, seriously, like, because that's beyond me. Like, I'm too grown for that. I just turned 20 years old and you think I'm finna do some kiddie stuff with y'all? No. So, yeah, like, yeah, I don't think they made it home till, like, the next day. I think they took an Uber back from Charlotte to Atlantic Beach area. And if you look up that on maps, that's a good 5-hour trip. And it's so funny. Because, like, that's what you get. If you want to be this so big and bad to other people, like, that's what you're going to get. Follower was telling me, oh, well, I tried helping you, this, that, and the third. Like, no, you wasn't trying nothing. You left right with her. You could have told your cousin, oh, like, why are you doing this? Calm her down type stuff. But no, you wanted to be a follower, like what your name is, and, you know, go along with it. Y'all don't recognize the principle in situations. Like, I hope y'all are grown enough now to know the principle of things. Because to this day, Shorty ain't even give me my money back. Like, I'm still $275 short, but I ain't worried about that little chump change. I'm really not. Like, you know, she got her karma, and I ain't never seen her again after that. Like, And I don't even live in that hometown no more. They do, but I don't even live back in my hometown no more. So this video really wasn't to bash anybody. I could really care less how anybody feel about it anyway. I just really wanted to tell my side of the story because I never told it, you know. Like, I'm not gonna go on Snapchat and rant about that. Like, I go on Snapchat to rant about stuff, but they was really going hard on Snapchat, like playing victim for whatever reason. Like, come on now. Like, we wasn't even worried about what secret animosity I had going on. Like, we was worried about Angel's car. Like, happened to their car out there. They were, they would be, you know, whining and crying. But, you know, people just don't care about other people. But you get what you get and you just don't throw a fit. Now, I do feel bad for Timmy in that situation because it was his birthday too, and sorry it had to go down like that, but it went that way. And yeah, so yeah, this video wasn't to bash nobody. It's just to show that people really don't care about you. Watch out who your friends are. Girls trips are not really the best option unless it's with actual genuine people. Now, my 21st birthday is coming up, and like, I'm so excited because we gonna turn up. And I want y'all to be ready for that vlog, like, yeah, everything. I got a photo shoot coming up in like 2 weeks, and like I'm just excited. So yeah, I'm just really excited and ready to record this content for you guys. I got a lot up my sleeve, like y'all just don't know. I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. If you made it this far, if you enjoyed the story time, like please comment down below, like gangery, gang. Let me stop now, but comment down below like anything, like Lauren rocks. Lauren, you did that, or some laughing emojis. Like comment some laughing emojis if you made it this far and you really enjoyed this video, because it was honestly good. Like I feel a little tipsy right now too. So I just thank you guys for watching, and I will see y'all in the next banger.